Okay, class, are there any more questions today?
Can you help us with number 62, please?
Number 62. Okay, so this involves marginal cost and total cost. Okay, so our original function is c of x equals 2500 plus 2.2x. So that's your total cost function. After for part A, it asks what is the marginal cost when x equals 1,000 and x equals 2,000. This is to find the marginal cost function, you take the derivative of the total cost function. So our marginal cost function here would be 2.2. Question.
Is the marginal cost constant?
Yes, since our original function is a straight line, our marginal cost will be 1 point as a constant rate of 2.2 or $2.20.
So CJ, constant you mean it's just like it's like the same? It's like the same. It's increasing the same.
Our graph here looks like this. It's a straight line.
Right. Okay.
So
it's constantly increasing.
Our derivative is constant here, here, and here.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So answer to number A is $2.20 as our marginal cost function. So that's part A. Now we have part B, which is finding the average cost function and the marginal average cost function. So average cost function has a certain definition, which is, so that's your average cost, and you find that by using your total cost function over x. So we read our total cost function was 2,500 plus 2.2x, and we're going to throw that over x. It then asks to find the marginal average cost function. To do that, we find the derivative of this formula, which would be the quotient derivative rule. So g of x equals x, f of x equals 2,500 plus 2.2x. And then you do some math, and you get something that looks like that guy right there. And that reduces down to something like that. So there are two functions. I need another marker.
Now we're gonna put those together.
No, you do not put them together. So that is the answer to part B. That is your average cost function, and this is your marginal average. So that is your rate that we found here. That's equal to that. They go together. Okay, they're both derivatives.
Okay.
Okay. So that's part B. Check. Then we have part. Are there any questions with part B? No.
I'm satisfied.
Okay. Now we go to part C. So part C asks us to prove the 220 marginal rate that we found earlier. So to do that, we use our average cost function that we found of and what this question is asking us to do is prove our marginal cost that we found over here. So it asks, is the production high enough? So we're going to ask, as the limit approaches infinity, high enough of our function. So how are we left with just the 220? As this number gets to infinity, as this x value goes to infinity, this fraction goes to 0. So as this fraction goes to 0, we're left with our 220, which was our marginal cost. And that is how you do number 62. Are there any questions?
No, we don't have any more questions.
questions. Okay, no homework.
Yay!
Yay!